Hello and welcome to the Circle at Kismet. Today we're doing a reading to get an idea of what lies ahead in the next 12 months, and we're going to be using this selection of potion bottles. If you've not participated in a pick-a-pile style reading, pause the video, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and when you open your eyes you can see where your heart is drawn to. Being a collective reading, this is not for everyone, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. So let's take a look at the bottle options. Bottle number 1, the mystery bottle. Bottle number 2, the firework bottle. Bottle number 3, pumpkin juice. Bottle number 4, love potion. Bottle number 5, deadly nightshade. Bottle number 6, liquid luck. And lastly, bottle number 7, the poison bottle. Details of where the potion bottles can be bought, plus how you can support the channel, are listed in the information alongside the video. For regular viewers of the channel, you'll know I've had some time away from posting. This connects to a big announcement I'm going to be making shortly, so look out for details. So all that remains to be said is your timestamps are down below in the description box, and I'll see you at your reading. So for those of you that picked bottle number 1, the mystery bottle, here are your cards. The first 2 cards we're going to look at are what reflects the last 12 months. And you have card number 27, which is home. And card number 18, which is Magick stream. You may have felt like you have completed or come into the end of a phase. This cycle has brought you back to where you started. For many, recent years seem to have been an endless course of episodes that do not connect, some seeming fruitless and others containing too much drama. At this current point, things should be becoming calmer, and you should be able to feel the relief at the end of, or the closing of, this latest chapter, after what appeared to be a somewhat roller coaster of a journey. The next card reflects your current energy, and you have the card of release. The release card often comes into a reading where there is a need to let go of a situation. In your case, I feel this is already something that's underway, and for many of you it will be something that you'll be pleased to see behind you. This is also a good time to look at your life and to cut away any dead wood. Repurpose items that cause clutter or stagnant energy. Look at friendships where all the work falls to you, or hobbies that you no longer enjoy, etc. You are about to open a new phase, and what does not fill you with joy will steal space from what is just ahead. The next 3 cards are how the situation is going to pan out ahead. You have the Emperor, Justice, and the Magician. There is a fight for power, ego versus ego, opinions pushing for first place, those who shout loudest feeling they are getting better visibility. Are you one of those directly involved in this conflict? Or are you an innocent bystander whose peace is being disrupted by this performance? Maybe the outcome will affect you greatly. Step back from the situation and look for higher guidance. There are ways of creating peace or tipping the balance without forceful tactics. So the next section is prominent circumstances. And for those you have card number 1, Yang. card number 9, Treasure Island, and card number 49, The Observer. Finding a balance between the forceful yang energy and just sitting back observing is the key. Watch and adopt your moves to how things are playing out in front of you. The jackpot and prize is within sight, but it will take more than just what meets the eye to win this. It's truly a game of wills, not just outward movement, so use your skills to shift the balance in your favour. The next card represents your obstacles, and you have card 15, which is Holly. Holly's leaves prevent it from being hurt. Does this represent you? Are you healing from past hurt so you push away others to avoid the saga replaying with someone else? It may be that you're not emotionally available to enter a relationship, your heart following another who is either in a relationship or themselves not emotionally available. For those of you in a relationship, are you as close as you have been in the past? Relationships ebb and flow, but be honest, could your actions turn a mediocre connection into something truly blossoming once again? Your next cards are your hopes and dreams, and you've got card number 11, Deep Quiet, Meditation and Stillness, and card number 20, Feast of Plenty, Choices and Their Consequences. Your innermost desires call to you in the noise of everyday life. You need quiet, stillness, calm and time to hear them properly. A need to retreat from heated issues means there may be a sudden spell of silence in comparison. From a standpoint where you can see the overall situation, you can reflect on everything. You can then pick and choose what you wish to dismiss and what you feel tugs at your soul. Cleaning the emotional clutter to hear your heart's deepest desire is your goal. You just need to make it happen. The next card represents your shadow self, and you have card 21, Opulence. It's time to lead. With others taking a stand, it is easy to be guided and directed in family, life and work. But what if your traits are better suited to organising than those who are organising? You need to overcome any self-doubt, self-esteem issues or any form of fear relating to standing up to what is true and what you believe in, as you need to now begin to find your soul family and to lead them out into the world. And you definitely have the ability within. The next card you have is the colour, and yours is Ruby, Rejuvenate Your Body. Ruby is a dynamic colour full of rejuvenation, energy, enthusiasm and stamina. The colour reflects the vivid hues that motivate, strengthen and enhance skills in those who particularly feel shy or reserved in a world where they may feel pushed and pulled without a voice. Ruby is also associated with prosperity, courage and achievement. The next batch of cards relate to times in the next 12 months and potentially people that might be important. The first card you have is Gemini. That's obviously the end of May 21st to the 21st of June. It also vibrates to the number 3, so 3 weeks, 3 months, and obviously people that are the star sign Gemini. You also have the card of Scorpio, so this resonates with the number 8, 8 weeks, 8 months, and the time scale of Scorpio is October to towards the end of November. And again, Scorpios may be important to you next year. And lastly, you have the card number 3. It will work out soon. It says 3 days, 3 weeks. That obviously can be 3 months, and you can also be starting a pattern for 3 years. And then lastly, we have some crystal cards, so crystals that might be important to you over the next year or that you may well think about carrying with you. The first one is pyrite, known as fool's gold. It's a powerful stone for bringing prosperity, but also shielding one from negative energy, both physical and psychic. It's a wonderful stone for abundance and good fortune. It's also said to bring out inherent talents and to amplify any abilities that need to be brought to the fore. The next crystal card you have is Thurlite. Thurlite is stone of reflection, offering healing of negative emotions, patterns, and promoting self-worth, joy, love, compassion, and positivity. Optimism is aided by this stone, as it is said to dispel negative outlooks. Social skills are also something this stone can promote. Thurlite is also said to be good for open-hearted communication and empathy, as well as manifesting love. And finally, the last card, crystal card, is Ametrine. Ametrine is the stone of balance, offering help in such a wide range of topics, including harmony, spiritual growth, creativity, mental clarity, as well as enhancing intuition in spiritual realms. It can boost confidence, energy, and is also said to be great for stress relief and anxiety. And last but not least, each of the bottles had a message inside, which for this mystery bottle, your message is: a chapter you once felt was closed is not finished. Prepare for the unexpected. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, consider subscribing if you don't already, and drop a comment down to which bottle you picked. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. So for those of you that picked the Firework Bottle, here are your cards. And we're going to start with the first two that reflect the last 12 months. You have card number 8, Come Together. And you have card number 36, Commitment. Two of the most beautiful cards to be drawn together you have been blessed with. The connections with others in this phase are strong. You may have found love, albeit with another, yourself, or a passion. You are honing in to what makes your heart sing. You may have found this period difficult. As they say, the course of true love never runs smooth. Maybe you have been challenged and in turn found new depths. The one you love may have led you to a place where you question your own beliefs. A potential suitor may be from another culture, generation, or may present obstacles individual to you both. Alternatively, your passion may not be a person, a hobby, a craft, a YouTube channel, a book, an animal. The list knows no bounds, but something has ignited your interest and has created the path you currently walk. The next card is your current attitude, and you have Daisy and the Dandelion. Your current attitude is one of openness. You are opening to a more playful phase of life. The card depicts a young imp or fairy and a lion, so children and animals are well starred at present. Seeing things through the eyes of a child with wonder and hunger for knowledge is a gift. This is also a card to remind us of the changes in seasons, as also in life, each having its uses and purpose. Like the dandelion, we go through many phases. You have worked hard to get to this place. Enjoy the rewards of your labour. The next 3 cards are how things will pan out. You have the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. You are faced with an array of choices, opportunities and communication offering adventures. You may receive news from a friend or contact you have not heard from for some time. Your passion and focus are now beginning to pay off, yet part of you still feels a sense of disbelief that this could be such a grand and desired turn of fortune. Be aware of envious or jealous individuals who may look to utilise your success for their own gain. Also, be aware that with such a positive phase, some may drift away from you. Your connection to them may wane. Stay in contact with who is in your heart, as they will keep you grounded and true to yourself. The next batch of cards are prominent circumstances in the next 12 months ahead. You have card number 13, Fork in the Road. Card 18, Serendipity. And card number 3, Between Worlds. As things begin to open up for you, you will find that some doorways to the past will close. You may not feel the sense of things ending, and trust that what has served you well needs to be released and to go. This will leave you space to expand your new awareness and endeavours. There are times when you may feel that you are being pulled in two different directions, where your world straddles two places. You may be asked to revisit the past, and to do so with an open mind rather than with the knowledge and experience that you have today. Look out for significant signs. They will become more and more prominent, and it's imperative that you need to pay attention. The next card represents your obstacles, and you have number 36, Wild Oat. Can honesty be a downfall? It can cause problems if it hampers plans or disrupts the equilibrium. However, the truth can come out and do the same. It's important to be honest with yourself first and foremost. If you look deep within, allowing your authentic self to speak up, you can change not only your outlook, but also your overall direction. The next couple of cards is your hopes and dreams, and you have number 22, Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain, and number 19, Falling Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. Your hopes and dreams currently align with your transition pathway. The only thing that may eclipse this is that you become seduced by something that doesn't sit right in your vision. Don't be taken in by those who offer to help and who do not seem genuine, especially whilst you love to help and assist. Be aware of burning yourself out by those taking advantage of your kindness. You have much to gain, but you need to keep your scruples around you and to only pursue what you feel deep down is right for you. The next card is your shadow self, and you have card 19, Naz, Feel Loved and Proud. The areas you are concentrating on are the areas where you are thriving, but look to less cultivated places. Where are you letting things go? It could be your health, relationships with others, your spiritual path, etc. Find what you feel you have lost touch with that still sparks your interest and make time for it. It could be a well-deserved rest from something that you now need to pick up again, or something you need to take the reins of once more to steer you back on course. Your next card is your colour for next year, next 12 months, and you have Apricot, which is Rejoice and Laugh, number 20. Apricot is a joyful colour, encouraging us to evoke the zest of life, to put down heavy burdens, especially those that are not ours, and to take time to enjoy the finer things in life. There have been struggles, hardship and dark days, but they are behind us, and whilst we are brimming with determination and energy to enter the next chapter, we are being urged to step back, look how far we have come, to be grateful for the lessons and the journey we have made, and to take stock before the next phase begins. Rejoice, you have earned it. The next couple of cards are times and phases that are going to be important over the next 12 months. Your first card is Libra, which is obviously the end of September towards the end of October. It also resonates with the number 7, so 7 weeks and 7 months, and tells you to enjoy your time. This also could mean that you have a Libra that's prominent in your life. The next card is the number 6. Again, it's enjoy time, 6 days, 6 weeks. I'd also say 6 months and potentially the month of June. And then finally, you have Friday. Again, it resonates with number 6. It's finalise something and just let go. So Fridays are a good day for planning things, a good day for things coming to fruition. And the last 3 cards we have are crystals that may be something you may want to carry for the next 12 months or look into the meanings of. The first one of which is hematite. A gemstone that absorbs negativity. Hematite has several beneficial uses. It enhances concentration, logical thinking, and is said to highlight endurance. As well as being grounding and protective, it is also said to help with impulsive behaviour, addictions, or any form of self-doubt. The next crystal is one of most people's favourites, amethyst. Amethyst is not only a calming, soothing crystal, but also one that can be used for deeper insight, intuition, and delving deeper into the realms of higher consciousness. Meditation can be enhanced by this gemstone, as can sleep and relaxation. And the final crystal is tanzanite. Tanzanite is the stone of truth. It is said to promote self-discovery, spiritual awakening, and divination skills. It also promotes inner calm, clarity, meditation, spiritual growth, emotional healing, and is great for periods of upheaval and transformation. So last but not least, every bottle before you selected them had a scroll inside. The message in the Firework bottle reads, "A small action will have massive repercussions and make this one of the most explosive years yet." So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, consider subscribing if you don't already, and drop a comment in the box below on what bottle you picked, and I'll see you in the next reading. If you picked bottle number 3, the pumpkin juice, here are your cards. The first 2 cards reflect the last 12 months, and you have card 35, education, and card 14, ride the wave. You may have been in literal education or possibly on some form of learning curve. You could be on the other side of this equation, teaching or nurturing someone, sharing knowledge or skills, etc. This time has been transitional. Maybe you have found a new zest for life and cannot wait to hone or share your skills in worldly situations. You could be at the beginning of this journey or realising that you need to adopt new skills to be where you want to be. But whatever your situation, some form of reset is taking place, and this will lead you to a new pinnacle in life and the ability to ride high in what you want to do. The next cards reflect your current attitude, and you have ebb and flow and commemoration. You may have been questioning what is next for you. If you have just completed a cycle or a project, you may be waiting for the results or recognition. If you are in a situation where the end feels a long way away, rest assured all progress is forward moving, and bit by bit and step by step you are edging towards your final goal. Accomplishments, however small, are a good way of showing progress, and even small wins or phases should be celebrated along the way. The next 3 cards are how the next year is going to begin to pan out. You have the 2 of Wands, the Lovers, and the 10 of Wands. There is a lot of oppression around partnerships or relationships. If you're in a couple, you may feel your connection is out of balance. Maybe one of you has more say than the other, Maybe one has not been pulling their weight, or maybe they have been neglecting their partner. This can also work in business and in friendships. If you're looking for love, you may have been forcing yourself to go out with a view to finding a partner and feeling let down that this has not led to a potential connection. Do not be hard on yourself. Love is ahead, but other factors need to take place before your paths align. The next cards are the prominent circumstances, and we have number 12, a change in the wind, and then we have number 11, by the book. You are being reminded that if you replay cycles within the same actions, you are likely to get the same results. Equally, if you step out of your comfort zone and feel your independence, this will lead to a shift of the energies, and ultimately a positive new direction will be attained. Sometimes the tried and tested methods are our go-to, and it is normal for us to want to follow the regular route to gain rewards, but twisting the narrative and making it your own will undoubtedly personalise your path and will allow you more control overall of the things that really matter. The next card is representing your obstacles, and you have number 34, the water violet. Always remember those less fortunate than yourself. You may be asked to stop and help someone. It could be a stranger or someone you feel is not deserving of your time or energy. Think carefully about how you act and interact in this situation. It says a lot about you as a person, and in turn how people see you. The next two cards are your hopes and dreams, and you've got number 6, Cosmic Womb, the Divine Feminine, and number 43, Overflow, Overwhelm and Plenty. You want to bring something into being. It may be a baby, a project, a business, or you could be creating a newer, better version of yourself. Whatever it is, by some means, it is on its way. It will take time and effort, but the results will see you more than satisfied, and with the ability to share your good fortune with others. Sharing your story, your help, the pitfalls, or your time, or money, will make such an impact on those who are embarking on a similar journey to yours. The next card is your shadow self, and you have number 29, Samadhi, I think I've pronounced that right, perfect acceptance. The need for perfectionism can get in the way of accomplishment. If you keep amending a painting, will it ever be perfect? Or will you relentlessly always try and make it better, in which case it will never be finished? Learn to release the need for things to be flawless and just enjoy the accomplishment of what you do. Do not override your sense of knowing, as this is your spiritual compass. The next card we have is your colour, and it's 29, grey, and it's learn to scan your body. Grey can denote a lack of clarity, sitting on the fence, or not wanting to make a decision. It can also give a feeling of sluggishness and losing your vibrancy in life. Look inwards to what will make you happy. Adjustments are needed, but only you can decide how to proceed. The next batch of cards relate to times and phases in the next 12 months and points that might be special or things that you need to look towards. So the first card out is Leo. It vibrates to number 5, and obviously Leo season is the end of July towards the end of August. It says release the power of your heart. It can mean 5 weeks or 5 months, and obviously it can be a Leo that is potentially in your life. The next card out is the number 6, enjoy time, 6 days, 6 weeks. This also vibrates to the month of June and the time scale of 6 months. We then have the card Sunday, which is again telling you to go inwards and to develop a vision. So Sundays may be a prominent day for you to take time for yourself, or for things to come to fruition, or to start projects. And the last card is quite a special one. It's times of life. You reflect the world and the world reflects you. Times of life normally are major events in life, something where you do a major upheaval or big decisions. It's normally quite big things, so there's potentially one of those in the next 12 months for you. And the next 3 cards are crystals that vibrate to your year ahead. These might be ones that you want to carry or potentially look into working with. Your first one is Green Adventurine, a stone of inspiration. Green Adventurine promotes growth, renewal, creativity and abundance. It's often used for luck and to draw forth prosperity. It's a lovely stone for healing and protection, and it also supports new phases, allowing a gentle release of the past. Next we have Blue Lace Agate. It's often associated with being the stone of happiness. It's said to lift the mood, to quell anxiety or inner chatter, and to restore peace and tranquility. It promotes clear self-expression, empathy and communication, and is said to aid the release of emotional baggage. And finally, the last stone is Moldavite. Moldavite has the most amazing higher energy, thought to clear spiritual blockages, to energise both spiritual and personal development. Moldavite also offers spiritual protection, intuition. It helps to manifest desires and a complete higher vibration to any kind of work on all platforms. Last but not least, every bottle had a scroll inside before you pick them. So the scroll for the pumpkin juice reads, "When something goes off course, it puts you directly onto the path you are supposed to grace." So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, consider subscribing if you don't already, and drop a comment down below on what bottle you picked, and I'll see you in the next reading. So if you picked bottle number 4, the Love Potion, here are your cards. The first 3 cards give us a rough overview of the last 12 months. So you have number 22, Intention. Number 15, One Ring Circus. And number 45, Sad Embrace. It's been a really busy 12 months for you. You may have faced being left to pick up the pieces of something that was not entirely yours to carry. Equally, you may have bitten off more than you can chew. You have helped others but left little for yourself. If things have not been working, it is time to take your foot off the gas and to reevaluate the situation. For some of you, there is a need to let go of something that you've been holding on to. It may have expired, run its course, or is just no longer for you. But whatever the situation, you know deep down that this has been coming for a while. Release it with love and watch what happens next. The universe is waiting for space to deliver your next chapter. The next cards are your current attitude, and you have the card of Unity and Eternal Flame. You are standing on the edge of transition. A few of these card choices have had a similar feel, but yours is the one where you need to adapt to the change swiftly. Know that your internal flame is eternal. The true you is returning, and you are about to embark on a journey, not just of self-discovery, but rediscovery. You have supported others around you for too long now. Now is the time to step out of the shadows and to be the main character of your own life. In the past, you may have had to follow the crowd or orders from those above, but now the tables are turning and you are about to start to become what you have always wanted to be. The next 3 cards are how the year pans out. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. There is some form of movement or change at work. What you once felt was fruitless is now coming into being. You may have felt that you wanted to break away, begin a project as a business, or pursue a dream that could generate an income. Now is the time to start considering the reality of doing this. You may need to start small or use limited financial input, but you will have an opportunity to follow a more pleasurable path to earn your own finances, and whilst it may not grow with great pace, once underway it will evolve into something you'd never imagine. The next 3 cards are your prominent circumstances. We have number 6, not for you. Number 17, the fates. And number 35, loyal heart. This is a period of trial and error. Do not be afraid of saying no if things feel wrong. Equally, do not fear rejection or those who do not want to get involved. They cannot see or feel the energy of potential when you are on the right pathway. You may be offered a companion whilst travelling this path. Decide on their potential based on their own merits, and should this person be attractive and you are drawn to them as a potential suitor, put emotional connections on hold until the business or contractual side is completely fulfilled. The next card is for obstacles, and you have number 6, cherry plum. If you hold the reins too tight, it will hamper movement. You may like to be in control or to know what's going on at all times, but you are being urged to release your grip a little and to enjoy the journey. Not everything is about targets, box ticking or progress. There is a time and a phase of watching things change and merely observing the magic. The next 3 cards are your hopes and dreams. So you have number 33, joyful muse, inspiration. You have number 40, mindful, groupthink. And then you have number 21, first breath, beginner's mind. Your hopes and dreams really dictate that you want to move away from what has gone before. At one point, this is all you wanted, but time, effort and evolution have shifted your focus away onto something new and liberating. Try to view your new path as an adventure. Make it fun along the way. Incorporate others who have a similar zest for life as you, and be willing to ask and accept help when it arrives. Your old patterns need a shake-up and an overhaul. Your next card is your shadow self, and it's number 5, effervescence, cultivate love. Are you open to love? If you are in a relationship, has the lustre gone? If so, you need to look back to what gave it its individuality in the first place. What drew you together? Things alter, change, morph, but the inner essence nearly always remains the same. Dig deep to find the magic again, not only of you both, but who you are now and what will draw you together once more. If you are single, are you emotionally available? Have you closed off to the potential of suitors because of pain of past relationships? A time to heal and regenerate is here. Allow the world to see who you are now and what you had to offer. Not only to the collective, but there is also someone special around you who watches you in admiration, but who doesn't want to approach through fear of rejection. The next card is your colour, and you have the colour amber, number 15, awaken your creativity. Amber is a colour of warmth and approachability. It denotes courage, spontaneity, affection and deeper bonds in relationships. It's also a colour to aid manifestation as well as creative pursuits of all kinds. The next batch of cards are timings in the next 12 months that may be important or may stand out. The first card we have is Friday, It says finalise something, just let go, and has the number 6 that it resonates to. So Friday might be a good idea for you to complete projects, to begin projects, to finalise things, make decisions. Friday's obviously going to be quite a prominent day for you in the year ahead. The next card we have is the card of Capricorn, which vibrates to the number 10, perceived success, and it says 10 weeks, 10 months. Obviously, if you have a Capricorn around you, or there may be a Capricorn coming into your life, or maybe you're a Capricorn, the season of Capricorn obviously is towards the end of December to the latter half of January. And finally, we have card number 1. It's almost going too fast, 1 day, 1 week, and also 1 month. I think this also vibrates to the month of January, because obviously it's the opening of the year, or as this reading's timeless, a month from when you see this reading. So the last 3 cards are crystals that you may wish to look into or consider carrying over the next 12 months. The first one of which is Appetite, and it's the stone of manifestation, bringing inspiration as well as motivation. This is a great crystal for communication and self-expression. It's also said to promote intellect, humanitarian work, creativity, emotional healing, and to help balance the mental and spiritual body. It's also connected with losing weight, as it's said to curb the appetite and to keep one focused on being the best version of yourself. The next crystal that we have is Sardonyx, stone of willpower. This versatile crystal also supports happiness and stability in all forms of relationships. It is said to boost confidence and grounding through phases of growth, and it dispels negativity and promotes positive thinking, especially to those who feel at a low ebb. And the final crystal is Diamond. The diamond is the stone of invincibility. It is often used to cement relationships and stability within them. It is said to bring purity of spirit, everlasting love, and to promote and attract wealth and good fortune. Diamonds are said to attract positive energy and to deflect negative ones. It's also said to aid spiritual enlightenment, inner peace, wisdom, courage, and to remind us of our soul's aspirations. Last but not least, all of the bottles had a scroll inside, and your scroll reads, "What you have put your heart and soul into manifesting is finally within reach. What is meant for you will not pass you by." So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribing, and drop a comment in the box below what bottle you picked. And I'll see you in the next reading. If you picked bottle number 5, the Deadly Nightshade, here are your cards. And the first 2 cards are a summary of the last 12 months. So you have number 29, Coming to Life, and number 6, Mountain. You may have felt the last year has been a difficult path. There may have been obstacles placed in the way of what you wanted to achieve, and even felt that some days things were insurmountable. You have had to forge new ways of doing things, to juggle and to unearth alternatives to get where you are today. You have achieved a certain amount of success, but in relation to where you wanted to be by now, this may feel empty or hollow. You have been guided to this place, though, by these means for a reason. The next card is your current attitude, and you have Wild at Heart. Again, this card sees a mountain which has been successfully climbed, as the subject of the card is on top of the peak. The image depicts the ability to fly high and to be the master of your own destiny. The violin shows that a calm, peaceful phase has been entered and should be a time of rest and pleasure. There are a range of choices ahead of you. Pick what supports your life mission, what makes your heart sing, and what you feel you have most to offer in. A renewal of a spiritual path or ancestors' way is opening up to you. Have faith, you are ready, even if you feel you are not. The next 3 cards are how things will pan out. You have the 2 of Pentacles, the Star, and the King of Wands. You are in alignment, your energy is balanced. You are being called upon to step up for your purpose, to grab your dreams with both hands and to fulfill the work required to complete that next chapter. You may need to nurture others, to teach or support someone in particular who needs your help. You may also be required to take the reins in a situation that you originally felt was too big for you. Your ability is only limited by your beliefs. Step up with assurance that you will be supported in all you do. The next cards are the prominent circumstances in the next 12 months. And you have Blessed, number 22. And you also have Deep Knowing, 43. These are 2 beautiful cards to have together. You are truly being or are about to be blessed. You have had a deep-rooted feeling that you will bring something special to the world, and you are now embarking on a phase that will begin to show this coming into being. Whatever your ambition, or the thing that draws the most positive energy from your very soul, is now calling on you to become your true self in all its glory. Step forward, as it is monumentally the time to shine. The next card is your obstacles, and you have card number 13, Gorse. Your perspective of life may be what is holding you back. You can only bring forth what you truly desire, and not if you question if you are worthy. You may have been blinkered in your focus, not accounting for others' actions, unaware of potential delays, obstacles, etc. A need to plan will eliminate a lot of uncertainty and will allow you to ascertain where your energy is required to fix any issues that can impact a possible outcome. The next 2 cards are your hopes and dreams, and you have number 14, Drifter, experiencing life as it comes, and you also have card number 31, In the Hand, the universe is your partner. If your ultimate goal feels out of reach, look into yourself, to your higher intuition. Ask yourself what small steps can be taken to build and accomplish your desires. Your psyche has the answers. A need to abandon the to-do lists of life and to allow the natural flow of energy to take its course may well be needed. You have been hard on yourself in recent times, and whilst this may help achieve targets, it doesn't indicate what your life potential is, nor how to attain the information you need to accomplish significant phases ahead. The next card is your shadow self, and you have card number 25, Phenomenon. Be still and listen to the spirits. It is time to face the parts of you that you hide. Why are they tucked away? Fear of judgment, failure in someone's eyes, not fully fitting in may be the reasons as to why you carefully keep this part of you from public view. Healing past wounds and facing your fears will allow you to tackle the shadow side of you that may be hampering or hindering your true and full identity from coming to the fore. Embrace the negative as you would nurture the positive. The next card we have is your colour. You have number 6, Rose, Attract a Relationship. Rose is the colour of relationships. It brings forth all forms of friendship, family and loving connections. If you are struggling with those close to you, this is a signal that things will improve. If you are in a spell of loneliness, the darkness will lift and you will begin to re-engage with those who make you feel supported. Love relationships are well starred. If you are looking for a love partner, Now is a good time to find a meeting of hearts and souls. If you are in a relationship, the bonds may strengthen, or you will find a new realm of attraction within your existing relationship. The next couple of cards are timings and phases that are potentially going to be quite good for you. The first one of which is the card of Pisces. That's obviously the latter half of February to the latter half of March. It says to find your centre, and it resonates with number 12, so 12 weeks or 12 months, and also 12th month being December. That is also a clue as to a time that will be quite favourable for you. We also have the card of Aquarius, so towards the end of January to the 18th of February. Give a fresh impetus is the guidance on the card. Again, the number 11, also November, which is obviously the 11th month, 11 weeks and 11 months. Now obviously this reading's timeless, so this is the next 12 months ahead for you. Also, obviously, if you have Aquarius is close to you, or Pisces close to you, or maybe you are an Aquarius or a Piscean. Another card is Wednesday, number 4, make up a balance, be entirely realistic. So Wednesday's obviously going to be quite a positive day for you, a good day to begin projects, end projects, to sign paperwork and things like that. And finally, you have the Times of Life card. You reflect the world reflects you. A couple of the groups have had this card. It's normally quite monumental things in life that come to you, moves of home, transitioning up and down the country. There's lots of different things, a complete change in career, maybe you're going back to learning, but times of life are things that you don't come across often. They're really sort of quite monumental things that go on in life, so you potentially have one of those coming up in the next 12 months. And the last couple of cards are crystal cards. So these are suggested crystals that you may want to keep with you over the next 12 months. They might be crystals that you already own that you want to bring back to the fore and have around you. The first one of which is amethyst. Amethyst is not only a calming, soothing crystal, but also one that can be used for deeper insight, intuition, and delving deeper into the realms of the higher consciousness. Meditation can be enhanced by this gemstone, as can sleep and relaxation. The next crystal that we have is the ruby. Ruby can be used in many ways. It provides protection in the most potent form, especially against entities you are not familiar with, psychic attack, or from enemies that you cannot put a face or a name to. The gemstone ruby can also be used for passion. It can ignite a project, a romantic flame, or can regain energy or focus. It's a prosperous stone that brings vitality, courage, and stability. And the last crystal card that we have is sunstone. Sunstone is known for its uplifting energy. It is said to be good for building self-esteem, confidence, self-expression in one's innermost traits. This gemstone is a stone of optimism and puts a refreshing essence into stagnant phases. It aids turning negative situations into more positive ones, creating independence, as well as promoting joy, abundance, and fulfillment. So every bottle before they were selected had a scroll inside with a message, and the Deadly Nightshade message reads, "You may not be everyone's cup of tea, but you are admired by someone who sees and connects with you that you would never imagine." So that's your message. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, give us a like, consider sharing, subscribe if you don't already, and drop a comment in the box below of what bottle you selected. And I'll see you in the next reading. Those of you who picked bottle number 6, the Liquid Luck, here are your cards. The first 2 cards reflect the last 12 months, and you have 53 listening and 46 coming apart. The feeling of the cards brings forth a feeling of being helplessly out of control. Others' behaviour, choices, systems, and those who appear to have some form of bearing over you have spoken, and this has thrown your once solid plans into scattered chaos. This cycle of disjointed feelings, actions, and such like have taken their toll on you and your self-esteem. You have been treated in this way to try and break you down, but you are not one to remain down for long. You have broken open, and now the tiniest sliver of light is creeping in to highlight your new path. The next card is your current attitude, and you have the card Nature of the Beast. Feeling that you are no longer making yourself happy is a heavy burden to carry, especially when others' actions have impounded this. The weight can be too much to bear. You may have been so deep into a cycle of depreciation that it needed to be something major to awaken you and remind you of your worth, not to mention that your precious position in the larger scheme of things. You have been a passenger on a very rocky journey, and you are about to feel true freedom. The next cards are how things are going to pan out, and you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. There is a wealth of people waiting to help you, but they are hesitant, as it appeared you were enjoying your position rather than being honest and admitting defeat. You are now in control. There are various different offers and directions you can take. You may well feel overwhelmed by the options. Take your time, accept help from those who have your best interests at heart. Romantic offers are also about to be revealed. If you are not in a settled, committed relationship, watch this space, as with your new outlook, you may be drawing one or more suitors into your realm. The next cards are the prominent circumstances of the next 12 months. You have Go the Distance, number 47. You have number 40, Co-create. And number 33, Chaos and Conflict. For some of you, this is a time of expansion, creating and treading new territory. For a few of you, a baby or young children are around you. There are 2 leopards in these cards and 1 wise owl. Could this be that someone has cheated on you or is generally dishonest? Is it an ex that's coming back? A leopard, as they say, never changes its spots. Are you the wise owl who is observing this unfold? There are 2 types of people who get this card. There are those who are sure of themselves and their choices and who choose action and jump. Or there are the thinkers, the observers, the gatherers of knowledge who watch and wait for exactly the right time. Which are you? The next card is your obstacles, and you have number 19, Larch. Your obstacles really are about timing. Action is not for everyone, but pausing and taking stock is not a permanent position. Becoming stagnant and failing to come out of a dark place or your comfort zone is fruitless in the long term. You are meant for so much more, yet either through fear or necessity you have chosen to back away from current events. Remember, taking time is a positive, but failing to ever move on or evolve is spiritually and emotionally crippling. The next 2 cards are your hopes and dreams. And you have number 16, Empty Well, Time to Replenish. And you also have number 54, The Crossing, Initiation. You want to escape from your circumstances. A need for such a change in reality is a complete overhaul. What is stopping this? You have to let go of the old to make way for the new. If you're still holding on to the past, what is stopping you releasing your grip and allowing the future to envelop you? The old ways are well worn, tired, and in need of reinvention. Only when you are ready can movement bring change. How long this phase takes is really up to you. The next card is your shadow self, and you have card number 10, Furgun, become a loving mirror. It's time to reflect on what we admire in ourselves as well as others. For gratitude, however small, celebrate accomplishments. Remember what others admire about you. No one sees the same version of you as anyone else. Equally, how you see yourself is also different to everyone else's opinions. From the small positives you can identify, decide on how you can shift focus onto areas that you feel need more work or to be recreated. Then you are on your way to being your best self. Then next we have your colour. Your colour is blue. Activate your healing power, number 37. The colour drawn in this reading is blue. This can reflect your emotions, but is really a card of inner healing, intense transition, and the essence of cool, calm and collected. Many who draw this card are empaths, healers, guides, earth angels, and who endure strife in life to gain experience to share with others. Those who have known hardship will be perfect to help others on their own journeys. When you activate your skills, it will all become apparent. You are being propelled to higher things. The next batch of cards are about timings and periods that are going to be quite good over the next 12 months. The first card that came out is the 11, listen to your friends. Obviously the number 11, it could be 11 days, 11 weeks, 11 months, or the 11th month from this timeless reading. You also have the number 8, everything is in progress, which also appears on the Scorpio card. Heal the wounds, so 8 weeks, 8 months, or potentially the month of August. You may also have a Scorpio that's important in your life. You may be a Scorpio, or there may be a Scorpio coming in. Obviously the dates are the 24th of October to the 22nd of November. You also have Decide for Yourself, which vibrates to the number 5. So again, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, or the month of May. These are all pivotal times for decision making, changes, twists of fate. And then finally, a couple of people had this card. This is Times of Life card. You reflect on the world reflects on you. These are normally quite big things in life, you know, move of house or having a child, getting married. It's all the big things in life. So potentially something's going to happen in the next 12 months that will be quite a monumental thing for you to look forward to. And finally, I've picked out a couple of cards for crystals that are going to be useful for you either to carry or to potentially look into over the next 12 months. Your first one is Azurite, which is the stone of heaven and earth. Known to often look like a planet with its blue and green hues, this crystal allows you to connect to Mother Nature as well as those in other planes. It is said to aid emotional blockage, heal past hurts. It helps with psychic connections, higher vibrations, divination and all forms of intuition which are heightened. Azurite also takes you back to basics with truth, love, healing and wisdom. And the next card is Carnelian. With its vibrant orange hues, it offers support in and vitality, courage and determination. It is said to help one overcome fears to allow you to pursue your goal. It's a crystal that has been held in high esteem, often being one chosen for contact with ancestors and loved ones who have passed over. And then lastly, we have the stone of malachite, which is the stone of transformation. It supports transition across many different platforms. It's used for personal growth, changing direction, positivity, spiritual evolution, This crystal, like the others that I've mentioned, help with emotional blockages, inner turmoil and moving forward. So finally, every bottle that was up for selection had a scroll inside with an individual message, and the message for the liquid luck reads: Destiny and fate bring a blend of magic and good fortune that only the chosen few can enjoy. So that's your message. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If you did, give us a like, consider sharing and subscribing if you don't already. Drop a comment in the box below on what bottle you picked, and I'll see you in the next reading. For those of you who picked bottle number 7, the poison bottle, here are your cards. And we're going to start off with the first 2 that reflect the end of the last 12 months. And you have number 1, Bone Collector, and number 2, the Gentle Gardener. You appear to have stumbled and your energy has become stagnant. Have you been living in the past? Have you brought worries from a previous phase into the now? The energy surrounding you indicates you are ready for a fresh start and new beginnings, but something has been holding you back. You need to look closely at what is stopping you grow and how much attention this entity is taking. You do not need to cut this off unless it is appropriate, but designate the time it deserves and do not let it drain you. Above all, remember your thoughts and feelings create what is ahead. Where thoughts go, energy flows. You are your own creator of your life. The next cards are your current attitude, and you have the Gift, Walk with Wings, and Our Moment. You may have had a pivotal moment, a standalone time where things have suddenly changed or brought clarity. This has been a turning point, albeit you may not currently feel the enormity of what it meant or the direction it will lead you to. There is a stillness, a calm moment in the storm, a need to take stock, plan your next move, and to recharge your batteries before things can continue. You have experienced so much, yet have not processed what you need to know from this phase. You may have felt lonely recently, even with people around you, but this is allowing you to adjust and to prepare for what is ahead. The next cards are how things will pan out. And you have Death, the Hangman, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. It feels like the rug has been pulled from under you. You feel that it would be a different place or situation, yet something was misaligned and ultimately did not work out in the way that you had expected. Be prepared for a shift, one that will correct your path to where you should be. A period of limbo will be expected. Do not jump or make spontaneous decisions. Take advice from those you know well, but do not be lured into making a choice that is not truly yours. There is a strong chance of romance around this time. It is a meeting of minds rather than a physical attraction. You may be surprised by the type of person they are, but they have been sent for a reason. For some, you will feel a past life connection. You may well know the feeling around them, or the dream details of your previous passage in life together. The next 2 cards are prominent circumstances in the next 12 months. You have 52 Mending and 19 Flexible. The next 6 months will be a period of alignment. You are being asked to repair certain situations, friendships, relationships and projects. Things that were begun but faltered or were dropped as they felt fruitless. A need to remain flexible in both opinion and ability is required. Curveballs are quite possible in this phase, but when you remain true to yourself and stand fast in your decisions, Only then will you be fully prepared and open to what life has in store for you beyond this time. The next card is your obstacles, and you have 26, the Rock Rose. For you, the obstacles may be a lack of planning or control. You are about to let go of the proverbial wheel and to allow things go with the flow. It may feel like you should be trying to coordinate this chaos, but deep down you know that everything that is currently up in the air will land where it needs to be, and when you take the reins once more, you will be doing so completely enlightened and on a more sturdy foundation. The next two cards are your hopes and dreams. You have number 42, Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. And the second card is number 15, Dust Devil, moving out of stagnation. You are very clear on where you want to be in life, but less so on how you are going to get there. You have been reliant on hard work paying off, but is there an easier way? You may feel that time is passing you by, but thinking tactically can actually save wasted resources and stop further energy or financial expenditure in the long run. This card is your shadow self, and it's 18, Mosaic. Let chance play its creative role in your life. Once more, fate is showing you it is time to step away from your normal narrative and to allow a little unplanned opportunity into your life. Your creativity skills are heightened at the moment, and you need to allow your subconscious to take full advantage in this limited window of time. The next card is your colour, and you have pink, let love in, number 4. Pink signifies love, harmony, and all forms of connections with others. Be willing to be your true self. Do not mask parts of you that make you feel self-conscious. You are unique and should embrace your qualities that set you apart from others. Next, we have some timing cards, which can outline positive phases, times when things are going to change or shift in the next 12 months. Your first card is the number 4. You can carve something out. That's obviously 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or the month of April. These are all quite prominent times for things to move and happen. We then have the star sign Libra. So 23rd of September to 23rd of October, it says enjoy your time. That vibrates to the number 7, so 7 weeks, 7 months, and obviously the month of July. This can also mean somebody that is a Libra or with a lot of planets placed in Libra can be around you or be coming into your life. The same with the Cancerian card. So again, end of June towards the end of July, respect your feelings, and that vibrates to the number 4, so 4 weeks, 4 months, or the month of April. And finally, on the timings, you have the day Thursday. Take a stand, follow your energy. Thursday is quite a positive day for you to finalise things, begin things, and just really a standalone day for things actually going your way. And the last couple of cards that I've picked are crystals, which you may well have. You might want to be carrying them or wearing them in the next 12 months, or to just maybe investigate them a little bit more. The first one of which is Marcassite, often connected with courage, wisdom, self-expression, used to promote clarity and meditation. This stone is also good to reduce anxiety, tension and stress, as well as to promote all artistic and creative ventures. The next card up for a crystal is Rhodonite. It's the stone of compassion, offering support in forgiveness and addressing painful memories or experiences of the heart, as well as offering a supportive nature in relationships. This gemstone is also said to dispel negative emotions like anger, jealousy or revenge. And finally, we have the crystal Angelite. Stone of Tranquility. Angelite connects to the spiritual realm with communication from guides, angels, spirits and ancestors who have passed. It also offers support in telepathic communications with divination, and also brings higher vibrations to meditation, astral travel and psychic pursuits. So last but not least, every bottle that was up for selection earlier had a scroll inside with an individual message for the bottle. And the poison bottle message reads, "A monumental find will lead to fantastic rewards, but not everyone will be happy for you." So that is your message for the poison bottle. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, consider sharing, subscribe if you don't already, and drop a comment in the box of what bottle you selected. And I'll see you in the next reading.